chosen ones, empaths, and all the genuine souls out there. I'm aware that sometimes you have to be affiliated with narcissists in your life, and you have to go on the path of their reckless decisions, right? This is what happens to all of you, even if you're out of it, or even if you're still in it with a child's father or child's mother, or you're still in it involved with a family member and you can't break loose. I want you to understand that you have to bear, being around narcissists that are involved in your life, you have to bear seeing them go and make, crazy decisions, right? Stupid decisions, impulsive decisions, unstable decisions. And you can no longer be the fixer-upper. You can no longer be that person who's going to repair their problems, or give them food for thought, or be the medicine for their soul. You can't be that person, alright? I don't think you should be that person. And I think to save you from the heartache that it takes to see them go through self-destructive, risky type of behavior, right? To save you from the hurt of feeling yourself or feeling for them, right? Just not take them seriously. That's basically my message today. Just don't take them seriously, right? You've got to expect this from these types of people, alright? I don't know if this is your first experience of dealing with someone like that, but it's clear and apparent that you are from a higher life form. You are not the same thing as them, right? Although everything's broadly contained into the world of the human as the scope, right? You're not really the same as them. You might have two lungs, a heart, and things like that, but you're not really the same as them in essence of who you are. And that's why you can't take them seriously. So I'm not saying don't pray for them or hope for the best for them or stuff like that, because I know there's many of you that actually want well for the narcissist in your lives, or the ones that were in your life. You don't wish misery upon them, you don't wish ill upon them, and you actually want them to, even some of you, like, just to stop bothering you and just get on with their lives, right? And you haven't got any qualms, you don't have any ill feeling towards them. But the fact of the matter is, they've made some stupid decisions along their way, prior to meeting you, after meeting you, and throughout their life. And if you're going to be that pillar in their lives that they go to for support, then they will gravitate towards that. But if you no longer be that pillar or that support based upon what their actions or what they've done, that's the best way to go about things, I think. Okay? I understand many of you are involved. I've spoken to a few people who have mentioned this. Many of you are involved with a narcissist for a family member, and you might be close with their children or something like that, right? And that's why you can't pull the plug on the relationship, despite their outlandish decisions, despite their crazy decision making, because you want to be an influence around the child. Right? I've spoken to a few people who have said this as well. So really, you can still be at a distance with them. You can still be at a distance with them, like, and not let the child be affected, really. So the child don't pick up on it, but you hold your heart to your own, and you just expect the worst of them. You don't view them in the same way. You see, oftentimes, especially in family situations, narcissists can go very undetected, alright? Because you view them as whoever they are in your life, that family member, and they can go undetected for a very long time. But really, you can't be picking up the pieces of their life, helping them in their life. Really, you can't be doing that. Like I said, if you've got bonds with the children, you can be a positive influence in the child's life the best you can. And I think that's a good ask of you. Be the best that you can for that child, but don't, narcissists are envious of their children. You do something for their child, they'll get envious that you haven't done something for them. That's the type of mindset you're dealing with. They're not going to take it like a normal person, like, oh well, you done something nice for them. No, they're going to take it like, oh, they're going to get envious, and this is what they're like. That's what narcissists are like. That's how messed up they're in the head. They can get jealous of their own children's birthdays and stuff like that. Alright, so I'm not saying all of them are like that, but a lot of them are. So to sum it up, you just can't take these creatures seriously whatsoever. You really can't take them seriously. It's just got to be the way. Okay? And obviously if you can disconnect to a point where you're not emotionally involved with them upon their roller coaster of a journey, then you save yourself some heart, you save yourself some peace of mind, you save yourself some stress. I know many of you can only do that to a certain point, but at least try. Okay? Because trying to piece their life together, you see, do you know what actually affects narcissists that have all your life most? Cussing them out. You know, if you cuss a narcissist out for what they are, you don't even have to say, like, make it like really, you know, like loads of things. Like, you don't have to do loads of things. You can just say a short statement, you know, like that kind of emphasizes your disgust for them, right? And that's what you need to do. Then that's how you can use silence with them. They ask you what's the problem. No problem. But they know from that point onwards you don't look at them the same way, based upon whatever it is. It's like not controlling them with words or anything. It's merely just using silence when necessary, and not indulging in conversations with them and stuff like that. Now you've seen what they've done, you know, because they don't think about you when they make their decisions. They don't think about you and the impact it's going to have on those around them when they make their decisions. And this is what I want you to understand, even for those of you who have been discarded or reverse discarded or whatnot, right? They've made them decisions. You can't take them decisions seriously. It's not coming from a sincere individual. It's not coming from someone who's, you know, genuine and stuff like that. You know, they are impulsive. They are unstable. They do make reckless decisions. But you can't let those reckless decisions be a reflection of you. You can't let them do that. Their reckless decisions can't be a reflection of you no matter what. Okay, that's the first stage to beating what the immediate, you know, thoughts that you may get when you think it's oneself, right? It's not yourself. They're unstable. They're not good at decision making. And this goes for narcissists in your workplace. This goes for narcissists, you know, in all aspects of life. They make terrible decisions, right? And you may be an employee or something for a company to a narcissist, and they could mess you up in some sort of way, right? In the company, it's not always. This is what you got to watch out for. It's always spoken in the romantic sense, but you deal with narcissists in other areas. Okay, it might even be a romantic relationship that is something to do with work. Okay, it might be something like that. So it gets even more complex, right? You know, there's different ways that this occurs with narcissists in your life, and all of them, if you're around them, you're invested in them, you're with them on their journey, you know, whether that's working in a job for a narcissist boss, or whether that's being in a family or a romantic relationship or whatever, right, or friends. If you're invested in their in their emotions in life, then you're gonna be depressed, you're gonna be upset, you're gonna be like, and it's the moment that you distance yourself and you say, nah, you're stupid, you know, you're reckless, you know, you're disgusting, that's low, right? You can just say these things in your mind and then just go cold on them, you know. If they pop up one day, hi, goodbye, you know. It's best to get out quietly with these individuals, you know. But like I said, you can use the statement of just bringing something to their attention, like, that's disgusting, I don't think very highly of you after that, or whatever. Like, if you just say something calmly and like that, you know, that will go a lot further than bashing them with loads of words or all of this stuff. You know, they can know your disgust through silence. You see, you can emphasize your disgust. That's what I want you to understand about those of you that are in silent treatment. Like, you're obviously in silent treatment because you're speaking without words. You know, you're transmitting a message. They are hearing you. Okay, as long as you're not doing it for a reaction, you don't want them to want you back. You're just merely doing it for your peace of mind. That's sincere no contact, and it will have the desired effect. You've got to be sincere about why you're going in no contact, why you don't want to talk to them, why you don't want to utter no words, you know. So it goes a long way. It really, really does. It goes a long way. So just embrace the stupid, they make reckless decisions, impulsive, unstable decisions, and you can't be behind that any longer. You know, you can't be weathering the storm for them or piecing back together their life. So anyway, thanks for listening today. I really appreciate the support. Please book a session if you like to. You may donate or support to the channel if you want to. Check out the spiritual channel for more content. My podcast is now on Spotify. All links you need are in the description box below. If you would like access to over 100 exclusive videos, daily uploads and custom video requests, join my membership program at ZionMembership.com. Links also in the description box below. There's a 3-day free trial and you can cancel at any time. All content is made by me with no ties to any organisation or university. Your support truly keeps us going. I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.